hip-hop culture and geek culture were at odds, clashing over dominance amongst society on who deserves the right to be considered best. The great culture feud lasted for decades with no end in sight, until one crew decided enough was enough. Deuces, Lib, Bacardi, and Didge, collectively known as Geekset, stepped up when the world needed it and became the only place that blends hip-hop culture and geek together.
All right. Welcome back to the Geekset Podcast, the only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces, and with me I got my man Didge.
Greetings, salutations.
Don't you do that no more.
And as always, I got my man Bacardi,
who is fucking disgusted with this nigga sea turtle hat. Like, this goddamn Steve Irwin brim.
Didge went to a wedding and came back different.
Came back. Where was you at again? Florida?
Sarasota, Florida. Much obliged to you all.
A hat like that would be in Florida. That would be in Florida.
So what inspired the hat? Where did the hat come from?
That's a funny story.
I woke up, so like our Airbnb, it had a pool, and I meant to take down like just a dad hat, and I was sitting out by the pool the morning of the beach party. I'm like, dog, my head is gonna burn. So I was like, I can't do this. So we walked to Walgreens, and I was looking for a bucket hat, couldn't find one. Was trying to find out anything, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to go with the good old the wide brim hat. Wore it to the beach, and I had enough compliments. I was like, you know what? I've graduated to a hat guy.
Wait, no, something's missing.
You got compliments?
Yes.
Wait,
in Florida though.
No, these are all people who are from the Midwest.
In Florida?
Wait, he skipped the part.
From wedding.
Was
a lot of liquor involved?
With a beer, night after the wedding, probably a little hungover. Everybody.
Okay, I got a question. Because how did you go from Walgreens to the hat? Where did you find the hat?
It was at the Walgreens.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that part.
That's what I said. I was at Walgreens looking for I was looking for a bucket hat. Couldn't find one.
But you didn't say the discovery of the hat.
Yeah, that's when I was okay. And I couldn't find one, so I was like, all right, well, we're going this route. You see the turtles on it?
I wonder if they made a bet at the Walgreens, like somebody gonna finally buy this motherfucking hat. All the buckets gone, all the motherfucking dad hats gone. Like somebody got to buy this weak ass hat.
The fucked up part of the dad hats wasn't gone. I could have easily bought one of these. I could easily bought one of them.
Fam said had to step it up a notch.
But you know what? Like I said, much obliged to you all.
Don't do that no more.
I'm actually about to switch to this.
Now you switch back out looking.
No, I told you I can't lean back with that hat. At least with this one, if I laugh and go like this, the hat ain't coming off.
I mean,
so I've been going down a nostalgia lane, man. What I found, and I was like, oh, I'm about to dive deeper into this. Is most every popular show has a podcast rewatch show.
I think that's been a thing yeah, I can say that.
Well, see, I remember, like I said, I used to listen to the Van Lathan and Jamel Hill one about The Wire, right? But these were the people on it, right? But so then I started listening to The Office ladies, and then I was like, well, you know what? Let me rewatch The Office while they talk, with each
right,
episode.
so you can go with it, yeah.
Right, so it's been dope, right? But then the cable company accidentally cut off my cable.
Accidentally?
Yeah, no, 100%. Because literally they
I'm mad you did the sitcom really.
Like,
because when they hit me up, not when they hit me up, when they cut off, I was like, fuck, what happened? So I called them and I was like, yo, something's wrong. And they was like, well, they was like, oh, something actually went wrong, and so we had saw somebody out there working, but it was like not for us. So I'm like, all right, well,
nigga was trying to fix the cable, fucked up the entire block.
And so what ended up happening was I was like, damn, I gotta get to work. I work from home, so I was like, all right. So ended up working.
I gotta get to work. I hate when people say that though. Like, I mean, I gotta hurry to get to work. In the living room.
Well, I'm just saying though, but without internet,
I be saying that
there's nothing I can do, right? So I had to go to the center that day. So I ended up calling them. They're like, okay, well, we can't get anybody out until Saturday. Now this is on a Tuesday, so I'm like, damn, what the hell? I was like, well, if I try to get a new router, do you think? They was like, because you may have an outdated router. So I went and got a new router. And then they finally was like, we see what happened. So we accidentally cut you off at the tap. I'm like, what you mean accidentally cut me off at the tap? So I was like, well, I need somebody out here tomorrow then. So then they was able to get me.
Oh, you said that. I'm like, fam, so this happened to somebody else I knew.
It was me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so they ended up getting me back, right? So for those 3 days, I have to go dig up some DVDs. The whole purpose of the story. I don't care about the resolution.
I hope this part of it is longer than the first part of it. Then.
No, yeah, it definitely is because
he just wiped it all away. Like,
because I looked at that. The whole part about it is I had to dig up DVDs, and so I'm like, okay, what can I watch that I can just throw on? So I started watching some old shows. So I also started rewatching Entourage. Forgot how good Entourage is. That is such a good show. Come to find out, Jeremy Piven and the Johnny Drama, they got a rewatch show, a podcast, and I'm like, I gotta watch that.
Now you gotta watch that.
I gotta watch that. So I've been down this nostalgia lane of like these old shows. We had some classic shows because during that time I also did I watched like the first 4 episodes of Heroes again. And I was like, man, that first season of Heroes.
I do miss
Heroes. I don't know if we could call Heroes a classic.
Yeah, it's not a classic, but I miss it.
I miss the first season.
That first season.
But everything that you can't.
The first 2 seasons actually.
They were starting to go downhill after the first
season. No, it was
season.
third season because that's when it got split up by the writer's strike.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Season was a bad one.
Yeah.
Second season was actually really good.
Yeah, six.
But still, the rest was so bad, you can't call it a classic.
Yeah, you can't call it a classic. You can't call it a classic because it was a victim of a writer's strike. You know
Wait,
but a lot of shows were victims of writer's strikes and came out pretty okay.
Which ones?
A lot of shows continued after the writer's strike.
I'm trying to think because a lot of shows went under. I remember it heavily. A lot of shows went under.
I can't remember which shows I was really watching at the time, but I know a lot of shows
like
went down.
Here, let's look. I'll look it up while y'all.
I feel like the energy wouldn't have been there anyway if they came back. No show was going to be the same, fam. Like we just had a writer's strike.
That lasted like 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Writer's strike, yeah, probably.
Like 6 months before.
While we going through that.
Matter of fact, on the Office Lady podcast I listened to, because they were saying there was.
I think that was on during the writer's strike.
No, but this is how they end up getting above it, and the only reason why they was able to. Because when the writer's strike went into play, there was no new rights, no nothing, right? So anything that was already written can be recorded. And because The Office used writers as actors, they had at least like 5 episodes already written. So they was able to record those in the studio. But it was like, if you watch it, so this is going to be really like deep dive in some Office shit. The dinner party, not the dinner party episode. The episode before the dinner party episode, Angela, she was just became pregnant, and then 6 months passed. So then when she came back in dinner party, if you watch it, they don't never show her belly because she was obviously showing at that point.
Curb, that didn't get affected. Mad Men didn't get affected at all. Psych.
Okay, but you ain't been like the anomaly.
Psych did.
But imagine.
But I said not every show. I said it's not. You can't solely.
There was more shows that went under.
But you can't solely blame the writer's strike though on why Heroes went downhill.
I mean, why they go downhill though? Like, it gotta be written.
The whole. Because remember, in season 3, they did the villains arc, and it wasn't. And the original writers did not write any of it. So it was completely different tone and everything. It went way down after that. That one, like I said, every show you can't blame on the writer's strike, but that was
Big Bang Theory. That's another one. That was in the middle of its first season. That shit went on for like 12 years. Big Bang Theory just ended.
Right.
Big Bang Theory had a lot of time to make up though. That was first season.
That don't mean nothing.
I also feel like it's the show. Like,
Breaking Bad.
That was during the strike?
Yep.
First season?
What are you looking at?
These are all shows that got affected by the writer's strike. How I Met Your Mother went another 6 seasons after the writer's strike.
But look how much you're scrolling.
Because it breaks it down by the different type of.
But there's like
it breaks it down. So like this, these are literally the shows that got interrupted by it.
Oh, okay.
So like I said, House. How I Met Your Mother, King of the Hill was still on when the writer's strike happened.
I didn't either.
That threw me
King of the Hill was not still on?
No, King of the Hill went off. I could have sworn King of the Hill went off for like 2004. Apparently it went off for like.
I assumed that it was still going. I'm not gonna lie.
Phil, I could have sworn King of the Hill was.
Like, I haven't watched the new Simpsons episode in a while, but I know it's still going.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Like Simpsons and American Dad are still going.
Well, yeah, and
Family Guy,
Family Guy too. But
American Dad ain't.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Bro, I literally just caught up on it.
I could have sworn that just ended. Let me look.
Well, I don't know. I know there's a new Cleveland Brown. They got a black dude to play
What do you mean to do Cleveland Brown?
Cleveland's on the
No, the white guy that did voice Cleveland Brown. Remember, he stepped down during Black Lives Matter. He said and now they hired a new person.
Like, to voice him, but I was not a new character.
No, you talking about? I thought you said like they was gonna bring the show back out.
Oh
again.
no,
like
I don't know if the show coming back, but I know the voice. They got a black dude to do the voice.
Is that why?
Oh
Cleveland
no,
ain't
you're
been on the
right.
show?
Okay.
What?
You're right. I could have sworn it was done.
I literally just called back because here's the thing. I was on Hulu one time and I was just like needed background music and I turned on American Dad and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this from the beginning.
I could have sworn. It was done.
Oh my god, American Dad. It's funny because I used to love Family Guy, but American Dad to me is funnier than Family Guy, bro.
You a whole fool.
Nah, bro. American Dad, Roger.
The highlights,
Steve,
the high points of American Dad are definitely better than the high points of Family
Dad,
Guy.
Bro.
Like if we going best of the best.
Bro,
I gotta agree.
And this is just in retrospect now of me, like, you know what I'm saying, like,
because I don't know how many episodes of Family Guy beat in the hot tub episode.
And also, this is not taken away from Family. This is literally
where CeeLo was the hot tub. I don't know how many episodes.
This is literally Kobe LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like it's greats battling greats.
Yeah, no, it's not saying like, but I'm just saying if we go in the high points of both series, like I said, I don't know how many episodes of Family Guy beat in the hot tub episode.
Bro, the trap in the
that one,
trapped in the locker episode.
That one,
it's hard to be trapped in a locker.
I don't know how much.
The hot tub one is really that's really hard to. Like I was sitting here trying to think of what's the top hot tub.
Yes, dog. Like I don't know how much beat it.
Like that was enough. Like I singled out and looked for that episode. When someone was like, "You watch the hot tub episode?" Like,
because also the part where they was singing because he was gone.
Yeah.
Daddy's gone.
Daddy's gone.
Like I don't know how much can beat that.
Family Guy don't really dive in that realm like that.
Now Family Guy still, like I said, elite episodes, but they got some elite episodes, but it's just like.
But like that's one of those moments. That episode is one of those moments like the Scary Terry from. Yeah. That put that on those like the comedy moments.
Like the hot. Family, that really is wild. I might really have to change my mind. I don't even watch as much American Dad as I watch Family Guy, but there is some really good iconic Family Guy, like
and this is why,
American Dad moments.
Now,
Family Guy is just like it's just some shit that'll just be over the top stupid.
Now, it definitely would.
Yeah,
that would just be like this shit is funny.
Because I did that. I watched Family Guy in full from the to the up to wherever they got on Hulu too, and so like they got some really hilarious episodes as well. Oh, wait a minute. But see, another one that sold me on American Dad, too, was the whole Golden Poop saga. Because when you...
So, it was early, the first one.
No, but it's still going.
I know. Oh, is it? Oh,
yes.
I
you haven't watched it. So, at one point, they was chasing after Roger or whatever like that, and then he pooped, and it was a golden poop. And
it's like encrusted with diamonds and like jewels.
So, the security guard who found it, he found it with another security guard, he ended up killing him. Right, and but it changes like when anytime the scene comes on, it turns to a cinematic scene, like it's dramatic.
Okay, yeah.
And so every now and then, the golden poop it just keeps on going. Like so like later on, like it'll be like next season, episode 13.
Oh shit! Hold up.
You back?
Yeah, we good.
All right, camera went off for a while. So if you watching, if you listening to this. You probably ain't gonna hear nothing but just random cut of me saying we back.
Right.
But if you're watching this, by the time this comes, you hear me talk about this. You should already know. But what I was saying was like, so every time it comes on, to do a cinematic thing, right? So it'd be like the next season, episode 13, and then it show the guy who got the poop, and he has this moment, and then somebody else is like. Now they see it and now they want it. Yeah. So like each time
it's like their version of the chicken.
Yeah.
Like but the poop is just traveling through all these people. Like,
yeah, because it's like every time somebody would die, the next person can try to hide, do what they doing with their life.
Somebody became president with it. Then somebody killed the president for it. It got wild, bro. But it was like watching because I was able to watch it just in order.
Yeah.
I was able to just see how it played out. Didn't have to wait years and years.
Right. Yeah. So
I was like, yo, that. Whoever thought that idea.
It was intricate.
It was like intricate as hell.
I guarantee it couldn't have been somebody thought it from the beginning.
Yeah.
There's no way he was like, hey, every season we gotta come back. Like I can't. Unless you talented as fuck. You think it that far.
And then on YouTube, there's people that spliced it up so you can watch it all in totality.
Oh, so somebody already made it.
That's good. I'm gonna have to check. I want to watch that too.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been on.
But I mean, that's definitely hard to think about that because I mean, when I think about, like I said, I don't watch a lot of American Dad, but it's like their pop culture reference and everything is a lot more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I will say it's a lot more in tune.
Yeah.
Than Family Guy.
Bro, when did you see when Stan was twerking to Get Low?
Hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. That's what I'm saying.
That when they did the Wally World, the Wally.
And then they did the grind on me.
Yeah, they did that.
Remember when Steve?
Yeah, I did see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they pop culture shit be. Like, I fuck with they pop culture shit. Because one of my favorite episodes is when they do the Goonies. Like, when they do the Goonies.
Yeah.
Episodes that they do, yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
However, Family Guy Star Wars episode is hard to beat.
Star Wars episodes.
Star Wars episodes is hard to beat.
And I don't think they really do anything else other than like another holiday one.
Nope. But they got that Christmas one with
the American Dad Christmas episode with Krampus. With Danny Glover. You ain't seen that with Danny Glover's Krampus?
Danny Glover.
Not Donald Glover. Danny Glover. And he's singing with Steve. Him and Steve are singing.
Like,
that song with each other.
Like, that's hard to beat too, dog.
Yeah, I ain't see that one.
Yeah, you're right, because they're also, Stan is also beefing with Santa.
Right.
And him, so they like, and it's like a war beef. Like Santa brings the elves and they battle. So yeah, their Christmas episode with Santa is wild.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Family Guy really just is all over the place. Like, I mean, it's like someone could definitely break down American Dad. Like, American Dad's definitely better than Family Guy. You know what I'm saying? Like your humor or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I feel like my humor is Family Guy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really Stewie. Like Stewie is Roger. Like Stewie is the Roger of Family.
Of course.
So it's like
but no, Stewie more devious than Roger.
Not anymore. Not new
anymore.
Stewie.
Yeah, not anymore.
New Stewie, he gave away the
yeah,
demons.
This Stewie flamboyant out here living his best life. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to destroy shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like new Stewie, and that's what I'm saying. I really didn't care for Victory Is Mine Stewie, or you know. What
Victory Is Mine Stewie, because when he was like still kind of flamboyant, but still not, but still also evil.
Like the only thing I liked it about because they still don't like I think more now they acknowledge Stewie talking. But like when in the beginning,
they had a whole episode. His first cuss word was the F word. His first word was the F word. They had a whole episode about it.
Did they?
Well, like I told you, I watched it up. So
I will also say though, a very hard to beat Family Guy episode is the one where Peter was inside the school and they was doing Toad.
Oh, yeah.
I will give you that. That is a hard episode to beat. That episode is funny as a bitch.
And Family Guy got some bits because when they have the barbershop quartet come sing,
the barbershop quartet,
you have that might be that part. I forgot about that.
I mean, that was like they use a lot. Like Family Guy used a lot of their bids over and over to come back on your ass.
The You Have AIDS one though.
No, other one? What was the one where he was singing about Brokeback Mountain?
Oh, okay.
Cowboy butt sex. Side of me.
I forgot about that one. Yeah. I don't know which one of those is better than You Have AIDS, because You Have AIDS one.
Side of me. I forgot about that, dog. Like that's bro, it's hard. Like, even like when Stewie had to, like that's still top tier. When Stewie was like when he got buff, when he got buffed, like that shit, dog.
No, or Where's My Money?
Where's My Money? Cool Whip. Like even and that was a small bit. Like what are you saying?
Like I said, yeah.
Well, because Stewie and Brian is hard to beat, bro.
Yeah, it's hard to beat.
That's hard to beat together, bro.
Like I just said, like Family Guy. I mean, American Dad has a whole episode could just be one topic that's hilarious. Yeah. But because to me, I feel like it be moments that Family Guy just feel like I'm watching sketch comedy. Like it just bits here and there and shit going on. Like you can it'd be like 5 stories fucking going on. You know what I'm saying? Like you think you're just watching Peter, but because he walk outside, they see the Quackbody walk by, there's a whole nother bit going on. Like
that's fair.
So it's like it's really hard because I feel like I can not laugh at one part of Family Guy, but it's gonna be like something that's off happens again that you like, dog, what the fuck?
Yeah, because I used to hit the floor anytime Cleveland had to do the no.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, and that was just out of nowhere. Like, how you hit this nigga house, fam?
I did laugh when they gave Quagmire the theme song. It's Quagmire.
I mean, even like I said, even like, and we only get every bits and pieces to do. Like the old man that fuck with Chris.
The first time when he was given the answering machine, dog.
When he kept calling.
Yes. Dog.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's really hard.
It is.
It's hard because I'm like.
That's why I had to go with the highest of their highs.
Yeah. But I mean, because they even had like when the Bill Clinton episode, when Fan was smashing, what's the name was smashing Bill Clinton.
But you know what? Here's where I think the difference between Family Guy. What's funny is that it competes with Simpsons and American Dad, right? Where they'll Family Guy would do a full episode that's based off of historical American literature episode, right?
Yeah.
Right? That's what Simpsons, that was their bread and butter. They'll do a Mark Twain episode or American, Family Guy would do that. But then they'll also do something super random, Peter taking over the fucking brewery. That's more so like American Dad, right? So it's Family Guy is the perfect medium.
It is definitely a medium. Yeah, I mean, I think when you do it like that, because Peter really is like a regular person. But I even do that though. Him taking over the thing is Homer did that too.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. See, but the thing, and even as much as you could say about Stan is not as dumb as Peter and Homer.
Right.
Right. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But Stan is pretty dumb though.
Yeah, Stan.
No, he's. I don't think he's dumb.
You think he's just naive?
He's American.
He's naive and straight.
He's really patriotic and naive. Right. Yeah.
Because there's not much episodes where he did anything like dumb like Peter.
I don't know that shark episode where with the flood, the hurricane.
See, that was Pride. Remember that was more so Pride.
I was gonna say he was fucking up, though.
He was fucking up, but it was Pride.
That's what I'm saying. To me, Family Guy and Simpsons are the closest.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because even if you think about the character, the character
also,
structure.
To be fair, these are both Seth MacFarlane shows. He's not gonna make two of the same show.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Which he knew that.
Yeah.
He definitely. I feel like we can say he wins more American Dad because there isn't another show that truly competes with it.
Right.
We know Simpsons and Family Guy are pretty much supposed to go back and forth in a sense.
Right.
But American Dad can kind of sit on his own and really be his own kind of story.
Yeah, I can.
So it's so I get that. I can give it that.
Yeah.
Because that's how I've always compared it. I didn't watch a lot of American Dad, but I never put American Dad in the category with Family Guy and Simpsons. You know
right.
Even though Simpsons is a little bit more, I would say, straighter than with Family Guy. You know what I'm saying?
But what's funny is that they over the years have started to push.
They tried to push the button a little bit more.
Because every now and then I'll catch an episode. I'm like, I ain't never seen this episode. I'm like, wait, when did Simpsons start doing that?
I gotta catch some shit like that. Because that's what I'm saying. Peter get folded up on Family, and it'll be another scene. You know what I'm saying? Homer, they don't do that. They don't push the boundary where nigga literally bro, that nigga dead. You know what I'm saying? They be dying.
Like I said, the chicken scenes. With the big chicken?
Oh yeah, you know what Family Guy?
The big rooster.
That's what I'm saying. They fight to the death, fam.
Niggas had the whole city walk off. All right, next scene.
And that's what I'm saying. Simpsons ain't got those. That's why I'm that's what I said. That's why to me I've always said Family Guy was just the extreme Simpsons. You know
that's fair.
Because it was like they were able to just still be that family thing, but they're really just going off on tangent and everything. You know what I'm saying? But no, when you really American Dad might really sit at top tier above it. They definitely got pop culture. Simpsons didn't even got no shit like that, no Trapped in the Closets and all that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
They were kind of just trying to bring Michael Jackson, and that was probably, that was an impersonator back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm trying to think, because they got the Who Needs the Quickie Mart song, which is still a classic. They got the See My Vest.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. But I'm just trying to think, but they wasn't heavy. That wasn't a thing.
Well, they had the music. Maybe
if you think about some of the songs that are actually popping, "Do the Part Man" was actually a dope song.
I would say maybe
Jazzman. Dog, I don't give a fuck. Jazzman cold.
Jazzman cold.
Jazzman cold.
Jazzman is cold.
Maybe the one. What was the one where they was in the secret society? I guess that was one of their music. I don't remember the song that.
I remember when it was in
the We Do.
Yeah.
We
also,
do.
they had a boy band episode though that was really good because. It was.
When they was on the Navy.
They was in the Navy.
I just watched the episode recently. They were saying join the Navy. They were saying Yvonne et Niage, which is just join the Navy. It was join the Navy backwards.
But I just remember the line.
I do remember that episode. I watched it recently though.
It was he said, "Your love is more deadly than Saddam. That's why I wanna drop the bomb."
So that's That's definitely.
What is this?
They basically it was like the
don't
military.
I didn't see that one.
It was literally like the military was trying to ramp up recruitment, so they decided to do a boy band because you could say stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like it croon it out so you
Yeah.
nobody hear. Yeah. No, that's funny.
Oh man.
But no, yeah. Other than that, I mean, I didn't have that. I didn't have to dip back into my DVDs this week. I just really. I mean, bro, I already told you, what I've been enjoying this week is Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, that game, it exceeded all expectations that I think everybody really had. Like, the trailers, everything looked good, but when you really play it, like, bro.
Well, remember at the trailer, it looked good, and then everyone was like, "Dang, we got so used to how these characters."
Yeah, the characters look. Yeah.
But I mean, they said that would have.
Well, they did that with the Avengers game.
But that game sucked.
No,
Yes,
well, the Wakanda that I've been hearing great.
Everybody saying that to the.
Is it free?
Yeah, I think it was free. I haven't tried. I haven't even. Tried
I haven't
it.
either.
I think it was
I've been
free,
playing.
though. It's actually. I think it's on Game Pass now.
I think so. I should check it out. I don't know.
But
Yeah. Why? So what didn't you like about it?
The Avengers game.
Yeah.
I only
I never
watched Bacardi play it, and it
was
it
just,
seemed like a stripped down Ultimate Alliance.
Oh.
No, because I mean, Ultimate Alliance was a totally different kind of game.
Like I said, I've only watched you play it though, so
Yeah.
from what I was
I
seeing,
mean, I just didn't care for it because I felt like it was very. It was trying to be like Destiny, instead of like just.
but
being,
I thought you couldn't even change your fit.
That's what I'm saying. Like they didn't put enough effort. It was a very bare bones Destiny. Like if you were playing, like Destiny 1 still did more than.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, than with the event, what they tried to do. Like they tried to give us so much of a Marvel experience that they stopped. They didn't make the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel about it. Like it was really just about a Marvel experience, like playing a Marvel game.
I think I know Spider-Man was supposed to be exclusive to PlayStation 4. I don't think his character still ain't came out. Like he was supposed to be exclusive character in the game for PlayStation.
Oh, is it?
I remember saying it at launch. But I don't think the character ever came out.
I ain't never heard nothing about it.
That's what I'm saying. Like I remember hearing it at launch.
Yeah.
And I haven't. You would think for sure Sony would have.
They messed up this one so bad, so it's like, because I mean, you could like if they would have. I think if they would have did it right and added more cosmetics and more visual and things worked, like you could pretty much have this game go with the movies. Like you know, if a new character for a movie come out, you can make a new story. Like you wouldn't have to keep making more Avengers game. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's still so. Like they can probably do it with updates and start really like creating where as like cause that's what I didn't understand is like you can like I'm Hulk, but I can grab like I can pick up the armor that's like the red like Red Hulk or Gladiator Hulk, but you don't see it. Like it's on my body like in the menu screen, but it doesn't show.
It doesn't
like,
show in the actual game.
Like I feel like that's stupid. That it's like that you would give me all of the different costumes, all the different world of Marvel, and I can't really see it in action.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't do anything. Like it does stuff as far as like give you little buffs here and there, but they could have went so farther as like using a Mach 3 Iron Man gives you a different kind of move set than using like the Mach 8. You know what I'm saying?
But that was when you said that was back when you was playing. Do you think that they fixed that?
No, like, I mean they didn't fix it. They didn't fix the cosmetic part of it or of making the making the whatchamacallit add on you, but. And it was like other than that, like that was my thing, my gripe with like the cosmetic of, but like the gameplay was, it was really like rapid, like it felt like a Destiny game, but like I said, it just felt like
also
very,
looked
very,
like it saw like you were playing as Iron Man, you couldn't fly throughout the stage. Like I remember from Ultimate Alliance, granted you was like you could fly up and throughout the sky or whatever, but you could hover the entire time if you wanted to.
So I mean, like this one kind of and that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if it changed by the suits he wore. Like where I was in the suit, like
even he's never outside of his prototype.
Yeah,
he always was able to fly.
Yeah, so I was like, this one they had moments where it's like you could fly, but it's like it was still like a timer on it. I think they fixed that, but it's like, but it also did say like you really couldn't like just go everywhere. You still constrained into like this like. So it's like
that's it. Yeah,
that's like a simple why would you put that on there?
Yeah, so it's like because Iron Man's supposed to be able to, and that's why I said I feel like Avengers. If they did Avengers like how they did Guardians,
right?
Where it's like
wasn't
one
it the
person
same
commanding.
company?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I thought so.
Like Guardians like Like if they start on fame, like Guardians can be definitely a new formula for a lot of group games that can be still single player game because it's a single player game. But you're able. It's not about controlling every single player.
Right.
They're just always there though with you. Like it's great AI.
Yeah.
So like they can, you know what I'm saying. So like if they would have did Avengers where it's like you are Iron Man for this mission and you got all the Avengers with you still doing a mission and you can still command them to do Hulk smash or whatever and combo with them. I think that would be a lot easier. That would have been a lot entertaining than a lot of just flying around and finding these beads and go do this little quest and go do that little quest.
In the Guardians game, don't you have to be Star-Lord, right?
Yeah, you're Star-Lord. It pretty much plays like how we look at the movie. Like the movie is still about Star-Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't. It was by the same ones that did the Deus Ex though. Deus Ex
did, the Avengers, yeah.
No, they did Guardians.
They did Guardians.
They're both distributed by Square Enix, but different studio, like different subsidiary studios. Yeah, it's like
they did the first one or the second one.
Looks like all of them.
Oh, they did
Human Revolution, Mankind Divided, Breach.
They did Breach.
Yeah, Shadow of the Tomb Raider as well.
Oh, okay. So they've been around. Yeah,
they've done some. I was curious if that makes sense though. Why the two I guess wouldn't be more similar then.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, but no, yeah, I'm saying like this one because in the Guardians you're pretty much Star-Lord, and but it's like all of the Guardians are pretty much just mapped to the 4 buttons. So it's pretty much like, but they all fight.
Oh, so you don't switch? I assume
no, you don't switch. You're pretty much, but that's what I'm saying. Like you don't want to because they that's what I'm saying.
I don't remember hearing that.
How they made the game, the AI and all that, it's perfect. Like if you
cool,
feel like you're really just.
Sometimes you want to switch it up.
You can say that. I didn't feel like that. Like that's maybe. I'm
not gonna lie. Any Marvel game where it's like Marvel, whatever.
Yeah.
I still gotta take. In my mind, I really just want Ultimate Alliance back. I'm not gonna lie.
Ultimate Alliance was definitely good.
That's the bar. So it was like.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. This was like it played different because it's a single player game. Yeah. It's literally like just watching a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Like the banter, the conversation, like it's a non-stop. Like when they're like it's never some dead quiet space. Like when you're just in between on the ship, they talk about bullshit or some other mission. Him and what's his name are always fucking arguing.
Drax?
No, not Drax.
Oh, Rocket?
Rocket. Like Quill and Rocket always arguing. Drax always call that nigga a rodent. And he like stop calling me. Like every mission is like
it's pretty much like the Grand Theft Auto approach. Like when you play in the single mode, where it's like it's always something.
Yeah, it's always something going on. Like it's literally so. And I'm saying if you're a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and how they do, like what we were talking about, how they don't look the same. It's very hard to not hear their voices though.
Okay.
So you still, even though they look different, it's like it sounds exactly just like watching the movies. Like as far as like it didn't like the actual banter and actual creativeness and how they talk to each other, and like Drax is very dry and just like everybody is literally the same kind of person, and it plays. That's why I enjoyed playing it because it's fucking hilarious. Like just hearing them talking is fucking hilarious, bro. Like and then the fighting in the between, like that's what I'm saying. Like you literally like just because you just Star-Lord, but it's like I am flying all over where I'm telling everybody to do shit because you can command everybody. So it's like you telling Groot to hold everybody down. The Rocket throwing grenades at everybody, then I'm shooting there. You know what I'm saying? Like you still feel like you fighting with everybody, right? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like it because it's like even while they're fighting, these niggas is still talking shit to each other. Like they still the banter and everything. Where it's like it's so hard to get. It's been so easy for me to get lost and just hearing them talk. Where I just been standing like, damn, these motherfuckers, I ain't even moved. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they just been bantering for so long about shit. So it's like, I think why it's getting such a high praise is because it's an extremely entertaining story. And so far, you know what I'm saying? Like, and everything like that. So it's like, I feel like they keep in this market of a lot of like X-Men or whatever, even if you know what I'm saying, I feel like they don't have to do it where you just be Star-Lord. I think the reason is because it's really Star-Lord's story.
Yeah. Sure.
Like a lot of going back and forth to his past and all that is in here. Like, and this one does dive in, I guess, to real canon of like where, you know, his past and how he came to be and all that. Yeah. So they touch on that a lot. But like I was thinking the same thing. Like, I feel like if you were playing a single player X-Men game, but you could switch between the characters, you know what I'm saying, in a sense, like as your main character, but still having all of the X-Men, like a 5-man team that's out there with you that you can call and tell them to do shit. Like, but as long as they got banter and can talk and like you would think how they would be at the team, it'd be completely entertaining. You know what?
But I like that too because like if you look at it, thinking about like the superhero games that we got, right?
Yeah.
They're either gonna be like Arkham or they're gonna be like this, right?
Yeah.
So these are the two waves so far right now, outside of like a regular fighting game.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the most they tried to do, because even and that's what they're really
it's giving us more options.
Yeah. Like what they're struggling with really is still making a great multiplayer one. Because like I said, what you'd have thought Avengers would have been, like being in that Destiny realm and all that, like it still isn't. Like, fam, I just want to play a co-op X-Men or whatever, and we just beat a game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it doesn't have to be this big drawn out ass.
Because, matter of fact, if you think about it, all the groups that they can do once they get the formula down, because then you can do a Fantastic Four game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
where you know what I'm saying? So like they would have to get that storyline down. Here's what I'm assuming I would hope or they get to at some point. Because if they have it that way, then it's like it's kind of like a choose your destiny. Like you can have 4 different. Like so, let's use Fantastic Four. Let's say if you choose to be Sue Storm. Then, if you choose to be Sue Storm, then the story is going to be slightly different because you're operating from Sue Storm.
Yeah, so Sue Storm point of view. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or then when you choose to be, Mr. Fantastic, then that's the main story because that's the main.
Right.
You know.
So I mean, that's what I do like that because
that'd be dope if they did it that way because then you can truly do a Bat Family video game, right?
I think that's what they're doing with Arkham Knights. Oh, it's Gotham Knights.
The Gotham Knights.
I thought it's still going to be based off from the same creators of Arkham City and everything like that.
But it's Batman. He's obviously dead.
Right. But no, what I'm saying is like how you can have 3 at once.
But that's what I'm saying. If I got the trailer right,
I wouldn't be surprised if the what the fuck Suicide Squad game would be like that.
Fair.
Because I feel like I feel like the gameplay of that shows like all of.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I got the trailer right from the feel of watching that one, it seemed like whoever you're gonna pick, things are gonna be slightly different.
Oh no, that part for sure. What I'm saying is like how you can have 3 people, like your command is different.
Yeah, like how
you goes a little bit. Well,
that's what I'm saying. That's what it seems like.
Yeah. Like I was saying, like I haven't because I haven't looked up on anything like on the game on Guardians or whatever at all. But it is a lot of choice in it. Like it is, so they do have like even like in one of the beginnings, like you're going to they're trying to just make some money. And they're like, we're gonna, they're trying to hunt a monster that eventually, like, they kick off, pretty much, they kick off the story by trying to hunt this valuable monster in this space that they can't be in, and awaken, like, this being that kills the monster they were hunting. So instead, they like, well, damn, we gotta bring Lady Hellbender or something to try to get some money off her, and you gotta decide between you want to take Groot as a monster or Rocket as a monster to it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they have different paths, and it's like, that's what I said. I haven't checked to see if there's multiple endings to it, but it's like there's multiple moments of like,
right,
should we do this or should we do that? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, so it's like you would want to replay it over to see how if it plays out differently or whatever in it.
That's fair.
So I mean, so that's why I said I like it. Has a lot, like it has a little bit of the Telltale, a little bit of the, you know what I'm saying, like a little bit of Mass Effect, a little bit of just pure, just like some Tomb Raider-ish. Like like I said, I was telling Didge, like I would love to see how it looked on Xbox One X. Like even on mine, even on standard regular Xbox, it looks amazing. Yeah. Like it looks, you know what I'm saying, the way it played out. So Guardians of the Galaxy is like, it's definitely blew mine. For a Marvel game, like for a comic like the superhero games that we really, Guardians is probably top. Like it's definitely top tier as a superhero game.
Okay. What you been up to?
We
still on what you been up to.
Are we? Jesus, yeah.
I don't think you gave us what you been up to. Like
no, yeah. I mean, like I said, I just got back from Florida early this week. Shout out to Ahmed and Christina. Happy wedding, I guess.
Happy wedding. Does you enjoy
Happy
yourself?
Oh, it was a great time.
I mean, that's where the hat came from. So
that is definitely where the hat came from. That's why
he did kind of tell me.
You just didn't really go. You just
that's
talk
going
about
into the details. Going into the details now.
You put it back on.
Like I said,
the way you tugged at it.
Oh yeah. Other than that, outside of the wedding, I've been trying to watch a lot more stuff. I figured we'd go into that later. I don't know. I didn't want to like.
I mean, I played Guardians. I mean, but also watched Colin that we.
Yeah, but other than that, I've been playing the game. I still got to beat God of War. I bought that game when it first came out, and just been playing other stuff, and it's just been on the back burner. I finally started playing it earlier this year. And I was like, "No, this is cold. Why did I let it wait?" And then I just fell off.
The last one that came out.
Yeah. So I want to beat it before Ragnarok comes out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Ragnarok is it next year?
Next year.
Okay.
So.
So,
I think I'm trying to get Vanguard too, though. Call of Duty.
I just want to play the zombies. Like, I really think Call of Duty is so. Like, I definitely understand as a gamer as I gotten older that it's like I'm really choosy now. Like, I would have just, like, back in the days, I would just buy anything that came out.
I really, like you said, I know if I want to continue playing zombies, I have to get it.
Yeah, you have to kind of get it. But it makes me so mad because, like, they would make so much more
if
money.
you could just get a standalone zombies.
Standalone zombies.
Yeah,
like,
for
like,
sure.
Like, whatever the contract they under, they got it. I'll be pissed because niggas just want zombies, bro. Like,
y'all need to also, side note, need to get on Dead by Daylight. I was out there running for my damn life the other day. I needed help, niggas. Like, I mean, but I've enjoyed. I still like Back 4 Blood. Like, I still haven't finished. I didn't even finish Back 4 Blood. I haven't either.
Yeah. So I mean, it's been a couple games. I always get in my little indie fix. So I mean, I definitely downloaded me. It's a game called AI Must Die that reminds me a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen because it's literally like a dude took over a body. And it's like, he was like, I'm going to loan you my power. And it's like, it's one of them. It's really more of a.
See how we got back on that. What he been on?
I mean, you said like, you was ready to drive? You about to fall off? Like.
No, I started talking. I'm just fucking with you. Cause I do want to hear about this game.
This is the kind of game be like,
I'm more of a laid back person now that I'm back from Florida, you know. Right. The Florida sun, you know, sort of got me relaxing.
Hat. That's that sea turtle hat. You relax. That relax hat. You know what I'm saying? Sea turtles be relaxing, nigga.
You know? Hey, we saw one on the beach.
You should have probably nodded your ass too like that.
Speaking of the beach, you know what you probably need to make sure you cover yourself with on the beach? Got to make sure that all your areas are groomed because you don't want to be out there big bushing on the beach.
Big bushing on the beach.
You don't want to be bushing on the beach.
You know how much of a bush that have to be for
if you speed on up.
However,
I'm not speedoing it up, so I not even.
I would never want to.
It's the holiday season. Right
it is holiday season.
And
that's fair.
And this month, you know, we got Thanksgiving approaching, and something that you should be thankful for.
Getting the butter balls together.
It's our good friends at Manscaped. So, you know what I'm saying? Manscaped right now, man, they got their Performance Package 4.0 that is global leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Not to mention it includes the 4.0 trimmer that tamed the bush. As I told you don't want to be big bushing out there.
Big bushing on the beach.
You want to be big bushing on the beach, man. So, you know.
Bush League.
You know, but they, like I said, they got their 4.0 package, man. Like I said, it's their lawnmower. And with us, with just watching Geekset, we have just now, man.
I'll even throw back on the hat for you.
You can gift yourself and you can gift somebody. You don't have to be. You can gift somebody. It's the holiday season. It says it's gonna be a backup on things, so you want to get the gift now. And
you definitely want to get the gift.
Want to get the gift now, and with the code Geekset20,
Geekset20,
you can get you free shipping plus 20% off your next purchase. Again, that code is Geekset20.
Geekset20
to get you free shipping.
That's for the end.
Free shipping and 20% off your next gift at manscaped.com, man. So definitely check that out, man. Like they got a new they got a holiday package that they're gonna be coming out, man.
For real?
Yeah.
What you get in this holiday package, you know?
Man, hold on, let me look into this.
The holiday package, so you can give out that holiday package.
Look at you. But yeah, the performance package, like I said, it's gonna come with a body wash, shampoo, and cologne.
And cologne now? Are we talking about bar cologne or are we talking about cologne?
Bar cologne?
I don't know. It just says cologne, man. But
so the rest of me smell like Versace.
Yeah, man.
My balls.
So like,
that was a cedar.
I mean,
yeah. So like,
they got the bar lotion.
That's true.
That ain't for your hands.
That's true. Hey, you a wild man if you use it as body lotion.
Right.
You like, man, that keep running out of it. You know what I'm saying?
You a wild man.
But yeah, Manscaped is trying to help you get you right for the holiday. It can the way that they package their Manscaped package. Pause. Here's what I think. It replaces. I don't know if your parents used to do it, but me and Didge parents. When we was growing up, they used to give us this Axe body spray package. It used to be like the body wash, the spray, and everything like that.
Box set.
We don't
the gift box set.
Man, don't get that many box sets no more. This would be a good new box set to get.
That would be a new good box
set. Told
you.
It's a holiday package, so you can give out your holiday package.
It's the ending how you throw that last one in there. That's some real Bill Murray shit you gotta get. I get it. Like, I fuck with it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give me something.
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely got to re-up on some more, man.
Yeah, I do too.
Speaking of holidays, the last holiday. This would be a quick one, but I watched. I mean, not the last holiday. The long Halloween, the Batman animated movie.
You were talking about that? Yeah, I didn't watch it yet.
So I was upset about a few things.
And that's the way you said that he was getting his ass kicked?
Yeah, bro. So,
Hey, dog, that's funny.
this was the most weirdest Batman ever because, like, he was already established
So
Batman.
he wasn't, I was just gonna ask, was he like
No,
year one?
it wasn't year one. He was already...
I asked that to shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was already established Batman. And so, like, the first scene, like not first scene, but one of the scenes, you see Catwoman jumping across the buildings.
Yeah.
And everything. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, the typical, they gonna have they meet up and whatever. So it's like, it's already established. She knows he's Bruce. He knows she's Selina.
Oh, this
It's
late.
the whole thing, right?
Yeah, this real late.
So,
This late.
so he sees her jumping, so he jumps and does his, like, superhero thing to it. But then he stumbles, and I'm like, wait, what? I was like,
Maybe
wait.
he was hypnotized by Selena. Maybe,
I was like,
maybe that
He
was,
did his grappling hook thing and swung
yeah,
over.
and fell.
maybe that was supposed to
And,
show.
like fail.
Maybe that was supposed to be
did
like
he
the.
do like
No,
that?
like, he fell, rolled, and then Selena, Catwoman was like, man, like, what's going on? He was like, like,
See, maybe that was supposed to show like the they starting their thing, so he attracted to her, and that just distracted
Like he
him.
being awkward now.
Yeah, like you know they show like they do that in the movies, like he's so distracted by how she look, he fucked up a little bit, like
We're gonna get his life taken away fucking with that. Shit like,
and then in one
the fucking
scene,
superhero, nigga. Like,
you know, he doing his detective thing, and then he finds like some goons. So you know, I'm thinking like, oh, it's the first goon, like
goons,
pow, pow,
we
pow.
saying goons, yeah, definitely.
just
Yeah,
just
this-
Call a nigga a goon, this nigga like, this is easy peasy lemon
right,
squeezy.
right.
You know
This is
what I'm saying?
already nigga in hospital now.
Right.
And like the dude got like 5 off on him. Like I'm like, no, what the hell? I'm like, wait, what?
It's a long Halloween, nigga. Nigga tired, nigga. This
And then so it's a whole mystery on who the villain is, right? The main villain. So at one point, Batman, he thinks that he got it and he get it wrong, right? And so he's back at the Batcave. He's talking to Alfred. He's like, I mean, I know I'm Batman, but who would have thought I had to be a detective too? And I'm like, nigga, you the world's greatest detective. Like, this nigga is like crisis.
It's like midlife crisis.
Batman,
I'm like, what is going on here?
Alfred like, what? Get into the straight Nick Young like,
This the Batman who sit underneath the bat signal, like I don't know if I want to do this no more.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Alfred got it, hey, you know they calling you. like,
Dog, there was one scene he driving and the goons they shooting at the Batmobile and it's hitting the window. He's like, Alfred, make sure I get new windows, but make them bulletproof this time. I'm like,
This definitely
is going on?
This is what I want to die Batman.
like, who wrote this nigga up, bro? Like,
This-
what the fuck is going
this-
on with this story, bro? You ain't rich enough to got bulletproof glass? Like,
I was
bro.
so pissed off at these little, because the story was actually good. The mystery and everything, it was really dope. It was kind of like a reimagining story of Two-Face storyline. So it was like, it's like that, but it was like, it was really dope how they did the whole storyline.
But they just got a
But
weak ass
those
Batman.
little, I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
This the Batman that'll be singing on the roof
So
with Seal.
the Batman, the way y'all view Batman, that's this Batman in my eyes. That's how I was like, this Batman.
I definitely gotta watch this.
This the Batman who'll be on the roof singing with Seal.
Cause that goon went back and told them niggas like, hey, cuz, I put the hands on that nigga. Like, I'm in the hospital, my legs shit broke. You saying, like, I had that nigga moving. He's like, Batman nigga serious with me, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Said, nigga, I am King
You know
Henchman.
what I'm saying? Like that shit, dog.
Hilarious.
Like,
dog.
that's why, I need to see that. Like, that's what
It's on
you-
HBO Max.
Hey, so HBO Max.
I'm gonna have
You
to
told me
watch
it's been
it.
like a goon. Like the fact that you said it's a goon, like you just wouldn't expect anything. Like, so you like the goon. Like I'm like I feel like the goon lost because he was like, hold on,
Right.
Like I'm winning. Like
He just keep on going.
Yeah,
He got cocky.
Like you had to get cocky. Like this nigga had to learn. Like for a goon to even put hands on Batman, that nigga learned something that Batman ain't never learned. You know what I'm saying? Like Batman had to be like, what the fuck, nigga? Like get caught, nigga just hit your ass. Be like, dog.
Dog, that's hilarious.
Like I'm mad. Like bro, I'd have been like, I can already imagine my face watching it if you never told me when he tripped.
Right.
Like when he tripped, I'd have been like, what the fuck is this? Like I can see me in the chat like, bro, what Batman on? What the hell, on, bro?
That's what I said. As soon as I'm like, no, what the fuck? No, it was just more. It was more.
He had a rough day. This Batman during a rough week.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like whatever the story is right before the long Halloween, it was a long fucking week. Like what we don't know is the fact this nigga been like it's been rough.
He been going
nigga.
through it, though.
Yeah, it's been rough, nigga. Like the reason the windows ain't bulletproof because he had to take them bitches out, and he like, well, we had to put something in, nigga. Like we put something in, like remind me, nigga, we gotta get bulletproof next time again. Like I feel like that's just. Yeah, now I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I'm definitely have to check it out.
Yeah, they had a little bit too much human in the Batman.
You know what would be great? Let's throw a little human on his ass.
Like they definitely the nigga didn't sprinkle it. The nigga said.
We got like. You got too much to put the rest, but you got like too little where you don't want to keep you don't want to keep the package. You're like, fuck, I'm just put the whole thing in.
Fuck it, man. You know, what harm can it do? You know what I'm saying? This nigga can't fucking go roof to roof now. You know what I'm saying? No. This nigga can't make it roof to roof now. Like, god damn, that was too much, nigga. Like, that's why he was like, I don't know what's going on. Nigga, like,
I gotta be a detective too.
I gotta be a detective too.
Just imagine Alfred was what the fuck is going on?
You a grown ass man. What you think you been doing, nigga? Like you been solving crime like the last 20. What you think you been doing? I gotta be a detective too.
No.
Like what you been solving, nigga?
Nigga, you been detective,
right? That's why that lie is so like, nigga, you have been uncovering mysteries and solving murders and shit.
Fam, that's why if you would have said it was year
this
one,
nigga had a full-on tantrum, fam. Like, I gotta be a detective too, like, nigga. Dog.
Oh shit.
That's so bad. Like, you know how frustrated you gotta be, like,
at life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to get beat up by goons, trip up by buildings, and apparently get stumped so hard that you like, fuck, I don't want to be a detective. That's the most human. No. That's the most human shit. Like they made that nigga have a tantrum, bro. Like that's what
I said. He met life crisis.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like now that if this is the long Halloween, I need to know what was the long week. I need to know
what was the prequel to this?
What got him to this? Because niggas seen him today. Like, bro, you good? Like
Joker sitting down like, hey man.
Yeah.
It seems like he's been a rough
Joker's ready
week.
to come out loud. He's like, oh, you off today?
Right.
Like you off today?
Hey, sit him down. He don't. Hey, it's been a rough week.
Yeah.
I know. We all been there. But
Joker did call every shit. Oh shit, take that shit back. Take it all back. He ain't even ready. Matthew's not ready. Take it all back. Take it all back. I'll get with you. We reschedule next week.
Bro, we all need a vacation. We all need a vacation.
Go get some rest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely gotta watch this now. They did that nigga filthy, fam. Who voiced in this one?
Dean. That's what also made it bad.
That would make. I wonder how. Did they ever talk about how he felt? I wouldn't wonder how he felt about that. I'd have been mad to be.
Well, what if he's proud of it? What if he like this is Batman through trials and tribulations?
It's like that's just, like it sounds like nigga. It was really Dean in a Batman kind of like it was like supernatural Dean. Like I'm gonna be Batman. And you know, like how he was Scooby Doo, like and he was like, look what I can do, like type shit, like that's like he was really Batman, and he tried to grapple over and sleep, like you good, nigga, like and it's Dean in the costume, like, yeah, I'm alright, I'm here, like you know what I'm saying, like that's how I picture it now, like that was actually Dean now I gotta watch it, because it was Dean, it wasn't Bruce Wayne, Dean snuck into the Batman
cousin
universe.
Dave Wayne,
like, he stuck into the Batman universe, like I'm gonna put this motherfucking costume on to get out of here, like. Talking about my shit.
But see that again, that was my issue kind of with like Gotham. I mean not Gotham, Titans. I don't know if I talked about it last time, but like Bruce is gone, right? Like you know what I'm saying, and so Scarecrow ended up taking over in Titans. Like you know, Scarecrow always take over at one moment, but he breaks into the Bat Cave, and he immediately takes it over, and I was like. But it's supposed to be the supercomputer. How was he able to do it so easy? It was like,
well, ain't Scarecrow supposed to be like a genius?
But like he uncovered so much stuff. But what pissed me off was he was doing it with his regular voice. Like it was voice command, and I was like, he just like cracked the code and he was like, back and tell me this. And I'm like, so Bruce didn't have like
Bruce didn't set the voice command.
Even Rick's computer like, no, you ain't Rick.
That would be hilarious if we thinking that because Alfred can talk to it too.
But that, I mean,
You can set more than one
You can
voice.
set more than one voice.
That nigga had that shit set on everyone. Nigga.
That nigga, he thought about it. Then I gotta program it.
I gotta program everybody in here. Like, nobody know what AOP. Nobody in here.
Nobody.
Everybody doing Batman so dirty. Like I'm like, this make Batman look mad irresponsible.
But he was very irresponsible. He was like, nigga, couldn't no one impregnate it.
He was cocky. He was.
Can't nobody penetrate the back end.
Nobody getting in
This
here.
is me and you, Alfred. Like, this shit is said to everybody, nigga. Like, I ain't got time to be
You're right.
I ain't got time to be planning you in here.
You know the fuck I am.
I'm like, damn, dog. Like Scarecrow took over with the back computer. I'm like, it was easy as shit for him.
It makes you just wonder if this, like, if the back computers really just does all the work. Like, this nigga just put a name in and like, all right, you got it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, he just like Bruce Wayne, Batman just got a high end internet, nigga.
Right.
Like, he got a high end. I'm on the high end of my Google search record. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm great at Googling.
Like, great at Googling, man. Like that's all. Like he be like, we think he going through his data file, but this nigga just searching the internet. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Plutonium 13 is just a high. Like, but he just on the Wikipedia, like talking about that shit, like straight up.
Dog on Wikipedia.
That's why everybody look at this nigga on his life. Like, why are we doing this?
The fact, he said, bro, wait, this really doesn't work.
Why are we doing like? That's why he always be like, I wish he wouldn't be out here. Like, if you broke it down and like if you read between the lines, it's like he said like. This nigga just be Google searching crimes and going out, fighting in the costume. Like, he don't even know what's really going on.
About being a detective.
Yeah, like,
you gotta actually do detective work.
He's like, damn, no, this
Google can't find this? Like, this bitch off the radar?
He said, wait, no results? What the fuck? What is this shit? But I ain't never seen no results.
If the back computer's a high-end Google, bro, I'd be bad, bro. High end, he just got a big ass screen to look at the internet on.
That's tragic.
That nigga be searching one day and Facebook pop up real quick. He's like, oh shit, like dog. I'm mad at it. I'm so mad at it. Like I feel like that now. Like I feel like you could really dissect this nigga. Like when people like, man, Bruce Wayne is just a billionaire white boy. It's like if you really put Bruce Wayne in Batman's outfit. You would think that nigga wouldn't want to have all that shit. Like, right? Wouldn't know all that shit. Like, nigga, it's better to just do it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it better just do it for me. I don't want to have to know this shit. Like, right? So it's like, you think about it like that. Like, Bruce Wayne, like, Batman is the detective in the hard night. You know what I'm saying? And Bruce Wayne really don't give a fuck about shit. So if you really put that real nigga in the costume, he don't want to do all that.
It's just like, oh, shit, the costume.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he had Lucius Fox like, what can this do? Bet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so we good? We good?
Bet.
I press what button? This
button? I just press this. Like,
he get in the suit, hit the button at the top. Auto.
Oh yeah. Auto. We think this nigga be driving, man. Like you can't possibly drive that fast by yourself manually, nigga. You ain't been in the course with flames coming in the back of your shit, nigga. Auto, nigga. Like. Nigga just say we gonna let the wheel move so you can feel good, so he just put his hands in it.
Why we treating him like he a toddler now?
Cause everything he got is from everybody else. Like, you gonna enjoy this. Like, they gotta bring us look at, they gotta watch this nigga be Batman. Like, oh shit, the fucking suit's getting fucking shot at. Like, get out the goddamn way, bro. Like, I thought your suit was bulletproof. Like, no, it's not, nigga. Like,
hilarious.
That's funny. That's hilarious. To break it down like that, fam. This nigga Batman is not a detective. He doesn't want to be.
Let's go on break, and then we're going to come back and talk about Colin and Black and White and our recommendations.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I definitely want to talk Colin.
Hey, I want to talk to you today about GeeksetPodcast.com, the only place that blends hip-hop culture and geek culture together in one place, and the only place to get your official Geekset swag. Go to our shop and view our wide selection that we offer, from the No Dubs collection, Big Bit Tees, Talking That Geek-ish, and more. Today, use code Deuces during checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. Then, take a picture and post it on Instagram using the hashtag Geekset for a chance to be featured on our page and a chance to win extra deals in the future. So don't hesitate. Drop by the website today. Listen to our latest episode, watch our latest videos, read our latest reviews, and shop with your favorite geeks. GeeksetPodcast.com.
All right, we are back.
We are back. Hey, that was me. That was me.
I see it.
That was definitely me.
That wasn't you.
I heard you stop and I was still going. Fam, this site is hilarious.
Oh shit! So let's talk about Colin in black and white.
You watched it too, right?
Yeah, I saw half of it. I'm not finished,
have.
but that's fine. I mean, it's his life story. It's not like, oh my god, spoiler alert. Like,
I mean, it's really not. I mean,
Yeah.
but by the time you get to the half point, you kind of see the trend of how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you didn't really miss anything. I don't think.
It's just more situations.
Yeah,
like
just
that.
more situations. That's what I
situations of
assumed.
His parents being oblivious as fuck.
So I mean, I want to let's address the big, like what everybody addresses, which is pretty much the first 5 minutes, the whole sports slavery thing. Yeah. And
it was rough.
It was a rough patch. It was a really so. I feel like
that entire first episode was rough.
I feel like truthfully, that was the make or break point. Like you was either gonna be going with this or you not. Like
I mean,
because it was like I feel like I don't really hear Colin talk as much. Like even since the
and that's another thing. His narration style, it's weird hearing him narrate.
Yeah, because I feel like I haven't heard this man talk as much.
Yeah.
So it's like when I heard, when they come in and then like I said, we like I'm gonna say, and I know I've seen this in social media or whatever too. Is like I can agree to the sense of some degree that people have always put sports in how when we are in the sports. How we kind of be more, we're more kind of when it comes to looking at our bodies and getting prepared to be ready. It can flow and feel.
No, that part I get. It just
a lot of poking and prodding.
I was just
like it was the transition.
Yes.
It was the transition. Like I was chilling, watching the show, and then when they went through the football field to the chains, I was just like.
So this is what
we doing. This is what we want to get into. You know what I'm saying? And then I did and I feel like it lessened up toward the end. But in the beginning, it was definitely a lot of
But that entire first
strongly said a lot. You know what I'm saying? The white people. I'm like, bro, I get it. I know what this is about. I know what this show is about. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, that entire first episode was just
It was a little bit of cringy. It was cringy.
But I think, what I looked at it was, to be fair, all three of us are full black.
Right, yeah, being biracial, yeah.
Being biracial. Maybe getting the braids and, going into the store, maybe it did. Because when he went into the store, I'm just like, bro, it's a store. It's a store.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's really, because when it ended, was the 90s or something? So yeah. I'm like, bro, I've been in these already. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, it had to be late 90s.
Yeah, it was late 90s.
Or maybe early 2000s.
I think early 2000s because he said,
Kaepernick is our age.
He asked him, what was the, he said, what was the movie he said? He said, did you watch the such and such? And he said,
it had to be early 2000s. He asked about, was it,
that movie that's rated R.
No, it was, the movie might have been rated R anyway.
No, he said it was a rated R movie. He's like, you sure your mother gonna let you watch this? What the fuck was it? In the beginning, it was
Stomp the Yard. Wasn't it?
No, it was something.
I could have sworn it was.
It was the first episode.
I can't remember, but he asked him something. I was like, that's recent as shit.
No, it wasn't that recent. What he said was...
No, not recent. I think it was early 2000 recent.
I think it would make sense because, he got to the NFL. I think he graduated 2006 was when he got to the NFL.
I mean, yeah, because he's 13, so it would have been it should have been a late 90s. I wouldn't say early 90s. I feel like it was late 90s, 2000s.
Let me see
it might have been. Because matter of fact, you know what? It was later because that's what the whole first episode was the Iverson episode. So it was 2000.
Yeah.
When did Iverson get
96? Then that would make sense.
Yeah,
Iverson was rookie 96.
You're right. So it was late.
So it definitely wasn't Stomp the Yard.
Yeah, it was Stomp the Yard. I forgot
what was I watching with somebody?
It was a fucking horror movie. Honestly, I forgot what the fuck he said.
I thought it was a black movie, a super black movie.
I definitely thought it was a black movie.
I mean, it's probably...
I don't know what to search to find that.
I don't know how we can search.
You have to pretty much just start the fucking
gotta watch
episode.
it
You know what
again.
I'm saying? But I'm mad because I really forgot what the fuck he's like. And I watched it twice too. So I'm really mad.
Like they said, maybe being biracial and being introduced to a super black moment, because like the part that I laughed at heavily was in that episode is when he got the food from the black ladies, and she was like, you gonna need some salt. He put salt on everything. He's like, no, we good.
Right, but even that, I'm like, I get it, but I was just like, this is a little.
He doing too much.
It's a little.
No, I love that part.
So I think what Didge is talking about, what I didn't like. So I enjoyed the show. Yeah. I enjoyed the TV. I enjoyed what I honestly was said too, and I told somebody else, I said this show, for the past couple of years of watching anything that had to do with white people treating black people bad, this show probably pissed me off the most because it was like it felt so. It ain't slave shit. It was real, like, relative to what happened to us yesterday and shit like that, like the passive aggressiveness, the conversations and what you hear. So I was more mad at even him just being biracial and how white people were treating him because it's like, fam, I heard that shit before.
Me too.
Like,
I
watching Roots and 12 Years a Slave. Like, I ain't been there.
At some point, I actually started getting mad at him. Like, fam, if you don't react how you supposed to react,
like, nigga. And so what it first made me hate.
I was also upset that the dad was Ron Swanson. Oh, my nigga Ron.
Without the stash, though.
Yeah,
like,
him. Yeah, that's
Ron
true.
Swanson without the stash is fucking racist as a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or fucking clueless, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know what you call that.
Like, what I did hate before the family was just fucking Turlock, California. Like, just the place. Like, bitch, y'all, like, what the fuck y'all doing out here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the white, like, especially because when, like, what it was like the first episode, like, it was the coach in the school.
Dog, that's gonna bother me about was it Friday then?
Was it Friday?
Nah, because he had made a joke like, no, not the such and such. You know, like, so that wouldn't make sense. I don't know.
Because if we're figuring if it was Allen Iverson, it wasn't Iverson rookie year.
What was the such and such?
It wasn't Iverson rookie year. It was 2000s. Because he was on the Slam magazine cover. So it wasn't his rookie year.
Damn, why can't I remember what it was? Like,
dog, if I had my headphones, I would have pulled it up. But I ain't got my headphones.
Because he pretty much said, like, he did say that you know, I got the whatchamacallit. He's like, and he was saying it means two things. So it had to be in a movie that could have been meant two things. Like, no, motherfucker, the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dog, because that is really bothering me. Are you sure it wasn't Stomp? Because I don't think Stomp the Yard was rated R.
No, nigga, because you can't say
Stomp the Yard.
Because you can't say Stomp the Yard like it'd be like, nigga, Stomp the Yard. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Like,
because something I watched, somebody brought up Stomp the Yard. And I don't know what else it could have been.
Man, it had to be saying that live.
I watched something recently.
That brought up Stomp the Yard. Maybe you just watched Stomp the Yard. Nigga.
No, dog, because I ain't seen that movie in years.
Like, I don't know what, like,
Baby Boy.
It was Baby Boy.
It was.
But I don't understand what did he say to him? Like, did you see Baby Boy?
He said
he
said what the movie? He said no, the toddler.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
And that makes sense. You definitely can't make a joke like that. Dude, so what did I watch? They was talking about Stomp the Yard.
Damn, I don't know. I don't know. Like, we gotta get Batman on this.
Baby Boy came out in 2001, so this was 2001.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because it wasn't. I knew it wasn't his Ivo's rookie year.
Yeah.
It was when he was out here already. He was like they were talking about like the cockiness of him when he was already like doing shit.
Nah, that's gonna bother me.
What? That you know what Stop the Yard game?
Phil, what? When we talking about it, I knew.
I didn't say that. Phil, you ain't talked to nobody in this room about no goddamn Stop the Yard.
I'm trying to think. Was we? Because we were talking early 2000s on the beach.
Oh God! This is a sea turtle memory.
I don't know what's going on. Let's just continue.
That's a Florida memory, man. Like,
I don't know.
So no, what I was trying to say, what I think Didge said like about like what he's not liking about the college show is, I feel like in this show, Colin is just pretty much trying to show how much he appreciate black and black people. Like, nigga, you biracial.
Yeah. We
get that you know what I'm saying? So you make and that's what I'm saying, like, is his parents alive?
I thought so.
I'm pretty sure.
That's a good question. Like, that's what I feel like.
They just did not paint them in a good light.
Yeah,
not at all.
Like, so it made me kind of mad because, like, bro, we not here for you to be, like, turning your back on the white people. Like, that brought that, like, because we as black people abandoned you. So these white people didn't get you.
No, his mom was white. His biological mom is white.
Biological mom is white.
And she's the one that gave him up, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I forget. Yeah, I didn't forget about. Yeah.
She's definitely still alive. Here's a picture from her.
Yeah. So, but I was gonna say, if his parents was truly like that, God.
Because I feel like at this point I'm looking at a fucking love letter to his parents. Like, y'all treated me fucking wrong.
Damn, that's what I'm saying.
Like, that's what I feel like. I'm like, bro, am I supposed to be watching this? Like, is this for your mama and daddy, nigga? Like, I'm mad at your parents, nigga. Like, they're not gonna live. They're not gonna survive the streets out here. Like,
I was so mad at his parents.
It's also why he, like, well, I haven't seen him in 3 episodes. His other brothers and sisters?
They showed one brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
In one of the episodes, but they ain't even talk to the nigga. You just
sort of see him. Okay.
He's just there. Like
and you see the pictures of them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's like I didn't understand either. That's why when they did the episode,
are they that far? I wonder, are they really that far apart in age? But he was like, "Hey, this got to be my story, so I'm gonna age y'all up for this."
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it threw me off about them talking about kids until they actually had the episode where he kind of like relays the story of how he became. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I must.
I think it's the first episode.
Okay.
Yeah. Where he kind of he just makes a statement like where he came, how he got in their hands.
Yes. Okay. Because the third one is about the baseball.
Okay, yeah, it is the fourth episode.
Yeah, it's the fourth episode.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, but I mean, yeah, I think I feel like the way the show was going, it was like he kept turning his back on the white. You know what I'm saying? These people like
I
get it because they didn't understand because they did. You know, you did see the gap and understand the mother didn't know what was really going on.
Right.
And, like having him around, but
what pissed me off parent wise, outside of not going on.
Episode 2.
If I see somebody pressing my kid, I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even have that. They didn't even have the parental anger.
Yeah.
Like
that's what it made me.
I
feel like it was so weird when you think about it because that's also the way I looked at it too. Is like, is this what white privilege looks like?
But no, because I feel like even in episode 2 when they was. Obviously, later in the episode, he started, like, they trying to push him with the football stuff. But, like, when he first came on, like, hey, this is, like, kind of they showing favoritism. And they just going with it, like, well, that's just rules and rules. And it's like, I ain't never seen in any race a parent who they know that their kid got football talent or got any sport talent who gonna be like, you just can't, like, they was kind of like, you know what, the coach knows best. Those parents, no matter what race, they is out there like, hey, my kid is fucking that nigga.
Yeah.
Sports dads.
Hey, he gonna do the fuck he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, that also, I'm like, fam, what kind, like.
But that's what made me hate Turlock. Because that's what I'm saying, like, the parents was they didn't like the braids, but they was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like once we see Turlock react to this nigga with the braids.
But see, here's the thing.
Then it comes back to the house and they like, yeah, you gotta cut. You know what I'm saying?
I think what Didge is trying to say is like, okay, the hairstyle. I can understand them being culturally disconnected, but you see your son out there killing on the field, and then the coach like, nah, we gonna put him in. No, you gonna be like a sports dad? Like, whoa.
That's what I'm saying. Like any sports dad, like
he knew enough to get the dude to train him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know but like you didn't think anything. You wasn't gonna be out there like, hey, coach, do you see what my son on? Like,
yeah, he definitely wasn't fighting for him.
And it's like, what parent do?
Mama had a little bit more fight. Like,
Mama was ready to call the school. He like.
Like I didn't like, but that's why I didn't like about like that's why I didn't like about the parents because it was like they were. But that's why I said that to me. I looked at it like, is that what white privilege is? Like you wouldn't have to really, like you. I think Colin in a sense was like more like this doesn't feel right to me, but it's like in white kids.
But see, that's where I'm saying that just in like general, you're probably right.
Like that blatant. Like blankness that we saw from the parents is because they feel like I didn't do anything. But like I'm not being. You know what I'm saying?
In that general one, sure. In the general situations, but I'm saying specifically when it came down to sports, they wasn't fighting for him.
Well, but to kind of go.
But they did. I mean,
it took a while.
To go kind of with what Bacardi was saying though, too. Though the white think about the guy that they was trying to kept on replace Colin with. And remember, the one coach said, "Do you guys just want a golden boy or do you want to win?" Right? And so it was like. As a golden boy, you're not faced with that. So if you were coach dad of the golden boy,
but I feel like
no
sport. I feel like in general, no sports dad is finna be like. Even we see it all. Matter of fact, we see it with all these college players who their parents like, hey, yeah, my son got to get out of there. Like it be white dads who be out there like, hey, they ain't playing my son right. We can get him out. We can get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah. However, in the 90s, were they doing that? Remember, this supposed to be said in 2001. Was they doing that?
I feel like that ain't new. I feel like that. But that's what I'm saying. Might have been worse.
I think we also thinking about this Turlock. This Turlock, California. like I said, the biggest villain in this movie is Turlock, California. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, the Golden Boy. Like I said, think about it. Like what? Because like there had to be other people that was better than the Golden Boy. So how come nobody else said anything to that franchise or that dad?
Yeah,
So maybe that is
Well, no, remember they said he came from a private school.
Who?
The Golden Boy.
Yeah,
the Golden Boy. Yeah.
Then they just said, I would say what school? I didn't know they said he was from some private school. And
but
so,
but why did all the other kids' dads fall in line? Like at some point, somebody should.
I assume that situation it was money.
Or so like I say, maybe that's the white privilege. Like it turned out you just fall in line because you have to. Coach knows best because he knows what's going on with the money.
Yeah, I mean that's what I said. If you really started like the way the show was set, and
they only showed 2 quarterbacks going out for it. I get what you mean though.
Like even though it was like like they of course like they portrayed like all of Turlock being this racist, not really like you know what I'm saying. Like that's what always made it weird to me too. It's like why that's where what made it weird for me is like watching the show is because it's like you're trying to show me that 2 white people.
How far was this town from L.A.?
I don't know.
So so with that where he took old girl like when he went to the hairdresser's house, you didn't think that was supposed to be in L.A.?
He said it was right around the corner though.
That's all he did say that. That's true.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like he said it was literally like around the corner.
It just threw me off.
It was the only area that got like, but it's like, but their house was fucking big as a like I don't know where they live compared to that. Like
I was just confused.
Like you would think, like I don't know how far around the corner was because I feel like around the corner you gonna see a nigga walk past your house. You know what I'm saying? Like you would see, and he was on the bike. He did take a bike there,
right?
So it's like. I mean, Colin, come on, fam. You're not gonna tell me you ain't seen no niggas in your life. You know
that's what I was throwing. That's what I'm like. Did he have to go to like?
Well, he did. Remember, he watched sports.
I mean, he had a black friend in school and all that kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, but I mean, you know,
it was the culture.
Like
it was the everything.
I think that's what it was. Like,
it was the
as
everything.
far as what looks different, like from where he was.
That scene out, it just, I don't know.
What the scene when he went up on the house?
Just that, and then going to the store.
But I think that's what I think because it is with that though. Like you're saying, us being full black and kind of being part of that. Because even like I love the prom. Like I love the showing of the both proms.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Because black people will get everybody together for the prom. Like, hey, you know they gonna baby finna get ready for the prom. All uncles, everybody over to see this.
And the way that they treated him.
And they cooking and it's
and
like
he felt so he was
yeah. I knew when he opened the door, I was like, oh, he at her house. Like it's finna get down. Nigga, like so I knew. And like I said, then they showed what he did with old girl. And this nigga grabbing him like when I saw that nigga grab the pretzel, I was like, boy, I feel so sorry for you. Like, God, you know what I'm saying? Like you just had pork chops. That nigga said she gonna make me and save me a plate, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you went from all that to be like you just grabbing some Chex Mix. Nigga, that's fair. Serious, dog. Like so it's like I think that's what it is. So as black people that we know those things are there, like the tradition of everybody, all black families getting together for a child's prom. Showed that he, but you know what I'm saying, like, or you know what I'm saying, and that was his homecoming, or whatever. But it just showed in that magnitude that I did understand that he was trying to show what the difference was, like what the real difference. And I think because even it's only been 2 of those scenes. It was the prom and the haircuts. No. Because
what scenes that like what?
Because he got braid. You know, he went to the shop and everything. They get braided all that up. But when he got his hair cut, they finally made us cut his hair. He was at cost.
Oh, you talking about the two like
it's part of like the comparison of things. Yeah. Like so, like he was able to see this whole like world and get his hair braided and all that in the real shop and stuff like that. But then it's like when you got to cut that shit off, this nigga was just in cost cutters just crying. And you know what I'm saying? Like so, I feel like that and the prom thing, like the two things you can really see the difference of it. But I mean, like I said, it was hard at moments. To me in certain moments, it was the over use of like black culture, not in a bad way, but just in a way of like we have to look at it from someone who hasn't seen it, even though we look at it like, bro, this is very normal things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Colin's narration did have moments where he was like, when he just said white, I'm like, bro, you doing a lot. And I think that's really what it is. Like, bro, you mixed. So it's like I'm just like I get it, nigga. I understand.
You wanted you needed it to sound like Samuel Jackson.
That's I just like, bro. I'm just like my thing is like, look, bro. I don't know if you trying to disown your white heritage. Like I don't know if you trying to disown. Like
you needed that.
Like, we need to know that you still in the middle. You still in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it was just
so it was
certain
that.
parts.
It was like, I mean, you went all black. I get it. I love you, Colin. Represent Wisconsin, all that. But you're born black and white. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You can be black and be, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. I just don't want us to live in this world where, like, you are born white. That doesn't mean you have to hate white and feel like they just because they're ignorant and all this stuff for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because even in the story, they, in their own right, they really did support and take care of him and tried to make sure that he could eventually start thinking for himself and like stand for your own.
Yeah.
They were just still, but it had to be in their own white way when it comes to still not understanding what he was dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
I will say, from what I've seen, they at least tried.
Yeah.
They at least tried, but it was certain
points where I get it. Yeah, there were certain points
that pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah,
easily.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I mean, like I said, because even the baseball, I call that. Like when dude was speeding, like because you know the beat thing, you know you speeding.
I call
so
that.
when he kept waving, like the first wave to the cop, and I'm like, this nigga waving to the cop. You know what I'm saying? The first wave to the cop and the beat, like, so this nigga speeding by the cop. I'm like, this is finna happen all episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's a reason for this. And then when they did that swap, I'm like, so this is what we got to deal with, and that really, that had me.
But like the way that they treated the prom photos, like I was pissed.
You didn't get there. Did you get there? Yeah, I think that's the next episode too.
Yeah,
that's the next episode. Yeah, because when you hear how they talk about the black, like the girl that he wants to date. And you see the dynamic of black boys in an all-white school because his best friend, like, nigga, you want her? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all this snow in the air. All this cocaine in the air. You want, like...
Hey, also, when they said, his friend was like, you got the hottest girl in school come. I was like, that's the hottest girl?
Hey. Like, I wanted to be like a security guard. I'm like, hey, shut that shit up. Like, that shit ain't true. Like, you want to immediately, like, bro, it really, but there is, like, it's a dynamic of, you know what I'm saying, people like that in the world. So it's like, I honestly, to be truthfully honest, never watched a movie with a black male like that. Like that in the high school, like in the school, whatever, that was like a black dude that's just like really head over heels. Like, nigga, all these white girls cold, like, really?
Oh, I met that guy.
I mean, you met the guy. I'm saying, like, I've never seen the role in the movie.
Oh,
in the show.
That's actually true.
Like, that was the first time to even see somebody who was just like, bro, hold on, nigga, you don't want her? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I guess,
like,
the closest I could think of was Terry Crews and White Chicks.
Yeah, because I mean, that was just a weird scene.
Yeah.
Fuck Terry Crews.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you definitely gave him some shine he deserved. You know what I'm saying? But
was it Shine, or he was out there looking like a coon in that? That's not Shine.
He was definitely looking like a coon in that. So we done talking about it.
So,
but
man, but like, I mean, overall, like you said, I did enjoy it.
I
thought it was good.
I think it definitely
liking
should touch on microaggressions. I think it definitely realized that we talk about how the world is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And college, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely college story.
Well,
hilarious.
Let's get to some recommendations.
I'll go ahead and start it off, and with that, gotta get back on the rootin' tootin' good time. What the heck?
Rootin' tootin' good time.
I'm gonna go. Actually, I got two of them. I'm gonna go ahead. First recommendation will be Inside Job. It's an animated series on Netflix.
I didn't watch it yet, but
it's basically like, what if every conspiracy theory was true, and it's all headed by this company. They're called Cognito Inc., which is literally just Incognito Flip. Mm-hmm. And they're the company.
Is this a comedy?
Yeah, it's a comedy. Okay. It's a comedy. So it's like they run the world, and so like you just see sort of like, it's really like Office Hijinks, but the company is a company that's like the shadow government of the world. It's funny as a bitch. And my second recommendation, which was the inspiration for the hat, even though I couldn't get a true cowboy hat. I really wish I did have one. The Harder They Fall.
I really wish you did too.
I might show up next episode with one.
As long as it ain't got C-30.
But no, yeah, The Harder They Fall. Like I was telling y'all earlier, I don't like westerns.
Apparently you know.
They're just super slow to me. Like 310 to Yuma I really liked, because I thought that had enough action and sort of it didn't drag.
That was a newer western too. Like I feel like you based that on a lot of old westerns.
I think so.
There's not a lot of new westerns.
And I think
so. Is the Hateful Eight considered a western?
Oh, I did really like that. I think what you're saying is that's a very newer western. I think it's what you're saying. I don't like the traditional old western.
You're thinking like the really old western.
But that's all. That was all for the longest. That was all I knew.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like it was, you didn't like that twang. It was the bravado. Like you had to have a nigga that's riding the horse for about 10 minutes.
Let's not act like
that was a solo nigga.
But let's not act like there wasn't a lot of drag time, and I can't deal with this hat, dog, because I can't lean head back and laugh. But let's not act like there wasn't a lot of stuff that dragged. But the harder they fall, it didn't. It was action pretty much from the beginning to the end.
I mean, all black cast.
Oh, I was gonna get into that. All black cast with some heavy hitters, like Zazie Beetz. Mm-hmm. You got Idris, Jonathan Major. Yeah, Zazie Beetz. She was in there looking great. Regina King was in there looking awesome.
I've been hearing Lakeith killed it again.
Dog.
I've been hearing Lakeith killed
his
it.
character.
I love Lakeith. He's one of my.
His character was.
He's like a Christopher Walker of our black people. Like he's a very animated.
His character was like you could tell he got super into it.
Go
ahead.
No, keep going because I got a question I want to ask.
And he was like his character was like a character who he was an outlaw, but he didn't like violence.
He has to be awkward like that.
And so it was one of those things like things would be happening. Like, do we really have to? But then, because he's an outlaw, he's still on heels.
He's trying to give y'all give me a chance.
Delroy Lindo was in there catching bodies.
Who? Oh.
Delroy Lindo,
yeah.
he was in there because he was the deputy. He's actually the actual guy. Was who the Lone Ranger is. Like that story of the Lone Ranger. I forgot his name. His last name is Best. Like I'm trying to. Bash Reeves. Yeah. That is the Lone Ranger. They just took his story, made him white.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's the thing about this too. I love that hearing. About
that's what I was gonna say. The one thing, the first thing you see when you turn it on, it tells you this is a work of fiction. This story did not happen, but everybody in this, they are real people. So Nat Love is a real person. Stagecoach Mary, real person.
So they made a group like a Western story using all
real people. Cherokee Bill, real person. Rufus Buck, real person. This is just a story using them, and it's crazy because it's like, bro, this is so cool. It got so big, like people who they didn't know, like Stagecoach Mary. People was like, hey, well, why did you cast a light-skinned actress to be Stagecoach Mary? Because people done found up pictures on it. It wasn't enough that it was like a big outrage. Like people asked the question. He was like, it's not a biopic. If this was a biopic, I would have. This is a story with these characters.
And what was dope about on Twitter today? They had a Twitter space and Jay-Z and them was talking to them. Yeah. And so one of the speakers, they were saying like, oh man, yeah, I love it. It's like seeing the X-Men. And Jay-Z was like, no, but they are X-Men. He was like, these are heroes that we put together into a group.
Yeah.
And so I haven't watched it yet, but I was like, I love that, like thinking of
the story is great too. Like I know neither one of y'all have seen it.
Like Didge said, the story didn't happen, but they used real people
to make a story. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't think about that. Like that's actually a very creative and very I want to say original idea that I've ever really like to pull so many. That's like it's almost in the sense of like what Expendables is. Yeah, Expendables would be like pulling all these characters from different places and putting them in that role because even though they're all a different name, even though they're not like Expendables would have been cool if they really were taking like Rocky and Dolph Lundgren. You know what I'm saying? Like all you know what I'm saying, but we know them as who we
and that's sort of how they sort of took it, and like the soundtrack and I don't know. Like the music that they picked for each scene, dog, the way that it ties in.
Again, did you listen to the whole thing today?
Yeah, I listened to. I think
because
I missed a couple minutes.
Because the director was saying, like how a lot of music was always black, right? So it was like Western music. There was blackness in it, but they take it out. And so he was like, if you listen to a lot of now, like reggae and a lot of now, type of music, it's really the same twang as Western. So the reason why he's like, we're making a modern day Western. I'm just saying, like, you hear the
you hear it's when I say
get the new age version of that, and so that's why like it's still Western.
It fits so well into like the music. The music, the way it ties into the scenes. Is amazing. Like
I'm gonna have to watch. I was definitely excited to watch it. Like I was mad. I meant to try to watch it before.
Other hilarious side note: the director is Seal's brother.
Yeah,
it's Seal's brother.
Found that out today. That's Seal's brother. Hilarious. Like
I didn't even know the nigga had a brother.
I didn't even know.
This nigga got a. Oh yeah.
So before we get to the next recommendation, because you brought up a good thing that I wanted to ask. Is Lakeith your favorite new actor?
Black actor or just actor in general?
Black actor.
It has been him for a very long time, and like I said, probably because I haven't seen The Harder They Fall yet. It's been a minute since I've seen him. Mm-hmm. So for a minute, what's the name just took over from?
I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan Majors might have it for me.
Majors.
Yep.
So
Majors took over because I haven't seen Lakeith.
So, but Majors is in this.
No, yeah,
right. I know.
For me, and the reason why I asked that because I was like, dang, what's the other guy from Atlanta?
Oh, you talking about Doughboy?
Yeah. Paperboy?
Paperboy.
Yeah, Paperboy. I can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name.
Oh, I just had it. Brian Tyree.
Brian Tyree. Right. So
Tyree Henry, right?
Yeah. So for the longest, it's a up and up race with him and Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya is also.
Those been my two. For
Lakeith has been mine because.
But I was when you said Lakeith, I was like, man, Atlanta really got some they cast.
That's why it ain't been back.
Yeah, they cast was cold. Like I said, and Lakeith has been a big fan of mine because he really has always done roles that wasn't typical. Just like to be. Like he wants to be the conundrum, you know what I'm saying? Like to be the person that has to be outlaw but don't want violence. He's gonna body that, like you know what I'm saying? Like you don't be violent, you gotta be the awkward nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I think Jonathan Majors, and I know you said favorite new black actor. I'm going to learn. He might be my favorite actor right now.
Who? Jonathan Majors?
Jonathan Majors, just from the range. Just think of the last 3 roles we've seen him. Yeah. The range from I get y'all haven't seen The Harder They Fall yet, but between that. The little bit that we saw at the end of Loki, and then Lovecraft, and even the Five Bloods, like that. The acting in those have been
and that's why Daniel Kaluuya may be my top actor in general right now too because of that seeing his range because I forgot this is how the range really caught me. I forgot when he was in Black Panther. I forgot that he was in Jordan Peele's movie.
Oh, Us, yeah.
No, not Us. Get Out.
Get Out.
Yeah.
Then I was like, wait, yeah, he said Get Out. And then when I watched what's the name, I'm like, damn, it's
because he was great. What was it, Widows?
Yeah, Widows.
He was great at Widows.
It's his. So same thing you said. His range.
The range, yeah.
And those are three styles. If you take Jonathan Majors, Daniel Kaluuya, and Lakeith, and just talk about range with all 3 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're arranged like when we constantly try to make this fight like this is always a stereotypical black role. These 3 alone have not even touched those stereotypical black. You know what I'm saying? Even if you put Lakeith in Atlanta and say he was a drug dealer,
this
nigga was doing this. This nigga was selling pit bulls to give you your money back seasons later. Like, I got your money back. Like, here's your money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was had a gun. Didn't he have a gun?
That'd be a cult project to have all 3 of them in.
Well, I mean, yeah, because they work just random. Because what was the movie? Am I my people's? Black Messiah.
Yeah, Black Messiah.
Black Messiah because
had
Lakeith and
that was
really good.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Obviously, The Harder They Fall had Lakeith and Jonathan Majors.
Like Lakeith, like I said, Lakeith is like I love Lakeith because he reminds me. To me, he gives me a dynamic that we just haven't got. I feel like we haven't got it from him yet, but he gives me really strong like Johnny Depp. Like he can do if you put this nigga in makeup in a costume, he'll body some shit. I can see him doing stuff like put his make him up and do some shit.
I can definitely see him
body and shit.
Captain Jack Sparrow. I can see him doing all of that.
Yeah, so that's why I like. It's like because he has this demeanor about him that's like this is who I am. Like you're telling me this is the character.
Now I know why you like Death Note the movie.
Yeah, like I said, like
I hated it, and even with what you saying, that's the reason why I hated it. That's not how I envisioned light.
I mean, you did. And it's like to have someone even someone pick him to be he wasn't he was L. Like pick L, and I knew he had to at least watch the anime.
Yeah.
From how he was portraying the character.
He was probably the best performance in that movie.
He was the best performance.
No, he definitely was the best performance. But it's to me, with compared to the anime, that's why.
Yeah.
I feel the way. But he definitely was the best performance.
That's what
Lakeith plays awkward perfect.
If that was a different role, if I knew nothing other anime. That role, I'm like, yeah, he killed that role.
Yeah, even like I said, like the telemarketing show that he had, the movie, like that shit, like
crap.
Sorry, I missed you.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, like that shit was amazing. Like he's definitely like I said, he's always.
Oh, boy's also dope too. Why can't they?
Jermaine Fowler.
Jermaine Fowler, yeah. Fowler. I like Jermaine Fowler too.
So like, that's what I'm saying. Like he's definitely like Lakeith is my favorite. Like I mean, I don't know, think about like.
Yeah,
I said, it's because I haven't seen him in a minute that just like Majors crawled in.
Yeah,
but I knew if I'd have watched this first, I'd have still been like Lakeith, probably. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like the fact that he's playing a fucking.
They both had amazing. They both played it amazing. Idris was cold in it, like playing that. Like Idris was like, I don't know how much you were listening when they were saying like that they couldn't tell who's the protagonist in this.
Oh yeah,
I agree. You couldn't. But like Idris was playing that sort of like the bad, I guess you wouldn't call it like sort of the bad guy role because he was the person who was getting revenge taken on.
Okay.
So like the Majors was the one who's getting the revenge. He's the one. Idris is the one who's the other side of it. And for him to play that role, like niggas, they had some monologues in that one that was top notch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm definitely. It's probably gonna be watching. I'm either watching tonight or tomorrow.
I'm definitely probably gonna watch it tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the watch.
I feel like Colin and both of them pretty much came in clutch.
Yeah.
This week that's a really good drop for us for the culture.
Yep. So
you and me? All right.
No. I'll go. So that way. Okay. So my recommendation. Damn, what the fuck is my recommendation? Oh, all right.
Maybe you should have went.
You're right.
No, yeah, right. That threw me off. Yeah. So even though I did talk about it, like Batman: The Long Halloween.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be my recommendation.
That's fair.
The storyline is good, and I did enjoy it. So it was like as far as like rogue gallery, like I always like to see a good rogue gallery, and the way that it's two movies, so it's a two-parter. But the rogue gallery that they did in here is really good. The voice animation is done really dope, and yeah, the storyline, like the mystery. I was like, because when Batman got stumped, I legit got stumped. I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, I thought that too, nigga.
So you got followed. You got led into it too. That's a good twist.
It's a good twist. And in the end has a good twist as well. So, it's like DC animation is, to me, has always been top tier. Like they've been killing it, as far as their animation.
Yeah, the DC animation is always good. So I mean, like I said.
And then my second recommendation is Insecure's back. Make sure you go watch Insecure, man.
Yeah, I haven't started watching it yet.
I did. The season's starting really dope, man.
I missed the second episode.
Yeah, so, Insecure, man, that's like...
That's definitely my shit.
Final season
is my shit.
So, what I'm saying?
Lawrence is my spirit animal, so I definitely got to see how you make it out of this.
If you have not watched it yet, then I'm not going to give any spoilers, but if you did watch it, the first episode, I said the writers and the directors are so dope because that episode took us from excitement to scared to laughing to what the hell, like just like in one episode,
it was a roller coaster.
It was just an extreme roller coaster. And it was like dog, like how did y'all do that? Like that was so dope. And I don't know the way that they shoot Insecure, man. Like from just a visual standpoint, Insecure is really shot well.
I mean, it's in a great place. It's shot in a great place.
Yeah, but it's just shot so well.
It's
very artistic. I find myself catching things that I'm like, why am I catching this?
I love the way it looks.
Yeah, a lot of eye popping.
I really do love the way
it's always been. Like Insecure looks very clean, so you can really kind of see the scene. And, like the very clean. It's clean enough that you can. Like, if you just move your eyes in a weird way, you would just notice something. Like, they make sure to have certain things pop.
Right.
Like, throughout the scene that you wouldn't know was there. You can't just stare straight, like, blink. You know what I'm saying? Like, something's going to always make your eye move around. Whether it be the actors themselves or just something they walk past something. It's like, hold on. Now you're looking back at what they walk past or whatever kind of thing. Because it's so there's not a lot of clutter in the show. You know what I'm saying? So I know what you're saying. Like I noticed that too. Yeah. Insecure. Right. I'm excited for it. Yeah. That's definitely. It hasn't been a show that really, in a sense, to me, involves more like women since like girlfriends. That I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like I was really like I'm in tune with it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like
the funniest thing is that like I got onto Issa Rae's wave late. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't watch Awkward Black Girl, then I was told about Awkward Black Girl, then I went back and I watched it, and then like Insecure is about to start, so then I watched Insecure, and I am like the way that I'm team like Hove, and like the way I stand for like Beyonce and like Serena Williams.
You said team Hove for a second. I missed that one. No. What was that one?
Like I'm for everything Issa does. Like I love everything.
I agree. I am too.
I'm like a huge fan of Issa Rae and everything she does. So so those are my 2 recommendations.
What you got for us?
I mean, mine is of course going to be fucking Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
That game was amazing, and I really believe if anyone's a fan of video games or comic books, whatever, going to video games, whatever, and we've been stung by a lot of bad ones, like this is actually a really, really, really good one.
Okay.
A really good single player game. And as far, I do have a second one, and it will actually still be. It was the game I was going to, I was talking about it a little bit at first. Was the AI Must Die. It's actually I can't remember the company. It's a single.
Oh yeah, I wanted to hear the rest of this.
Yeah, it's one of those little indie games. So like but I feel like it's like. So what caught my eyes, and if you see, I don't know if it's on the PlayStation Store, it's on the Xbox Store.
You said it's called Aeon Must Die?
Aeon Must Die. It's drawn fucking masterly. Like, the animation of it, but it's like it's almost like feels like you're playing like a Streets of Rage or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's more like.
It's on PlayStation.
Like pop in, pop out characters. Like you just like one person you fight, beat them real quick, another person come out. Mm-hmm. But like I said, it feels it's like it has those weird kind of storylines where. It's pretty much this Lord Aeon or whatever was like the head of this army and was back betrayed and sent away, and his spirit was like put into this lowly body of like the rebellion that's of the rebellion army that was pretty much trying to fight them.
Right.
So now it's like this. Now you're that rebellion person and Aeon in the same body. And he's like, nigga, you're only alive like the Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, you're only alive because I'm in your body. Like,
right.
You're dying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm going to give you this power. And it's a lot of like, it's a very straightforward, like, beat 'em up, whatever, but it's a lot of combo moves and a lot of like a lot of strong, like, but it looks good. Like, how it's written and like how it's drawn out and everything like that. It looks amazing. And I'm always a big fan of indie games that really just kind of do like it's like a $20 game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
that's
more indie games that put more effort into something that you know what I'm saying that's different. So it does have its own like good or bad system because I mean like you gain more power
also,
from Aeon if you're killing the victims and you become more like it becomes actually harder and you know what I'm saying. But you get a different kind of set of weapons if you choose to heal everybody. You know what I'm saying because. If you're not relying on the power of, you know what I'm saying, then everybody else you're going to fight is still going to be stronger. Right. So you got to learn. So it's like, I'm definitely going immediately right now, all in the Aeon. Like, I'm killing everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I probably would.
But I think, like I said, like, I think from what I'm enjoying of it is how it's drawn and how it looks. And like I said, certain things that catch me on it, like certain things like that is what catches me when it comes to an indie game. And like I said, this one is, I probably played about maybe because Guardians took that over. Yeah. Like, but I probably played about a good half an hour of it, and I really did enjoy it. I think it's gonna be something I'm gonna finish too. So that's mine.
All right. Well, then the OG recommendation. Make sure you go to GeeksetPodcast.com. Check out all our past episodes. Make sure that you check out the blog. Make sure you go to the shop, man. We got a lot of dope merch on there. We got the spooky collection that's still up. You know what I'm saying? You can still get some of yours.
Still there.
You can just get a happy mood.
Make sure you follow us on all social media at Geekset Podcast. One of the best ways to support us is, man, we got our YouTube, man. Again, go to youtube.com/Geekset. Our Patreon, patreon.com/Geekset. We have tiers from $1 to $50. We have different perks that you gotta get. We got really dope behind the scenes. You got early shows. You got the chance to talk to some of the ask the guest questions and just anything that we're doing creatively. It generally goes there first. Another way to support us is join our Discord, man. It's a really dope community of dope people. Just talking about just anything geek stuff, was also pop culture stuff. Hip hop stuff was just all within there, man. And you know what I'm saying? It's really dope. And then as always, man, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. And we are out.
Peace.